This video is proudly sponsored by Gamersgate. Download games anytime, anywhere. Visit Gamersgate.com.
Welcome to Elder Geeks Elder Speak. Today is Wednesday, April 11th, 2012. My name is Randy Yasenchak, host of ElderGeek.com, or actually host of Elder Speak and owner of ElderGeek.com. With me today, back from his recent tying of the nuptials, is Trevor Faulkner. Trevor, welcome back to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me back.
And honestly, congratulations. Really mean that.
Thank you. I'm super happy about it. I feel like I'm part of some cult, some wonderful cult of marriage.
And you know, I said this once before. I think that with you getting married, I think now I think that the married writers and staff members of ElderGeek.com are actually now outnumbering the unmarried.
Yeah, we're going to start a new website called Married Geek. It's going to be the most boring thing ever.
It is. It's going to
be all about doing laundry and waiting for dinner to finish.
Life of a married geek.
Life of a married geek. I put away the dishes as soon as I got home.
It's 38% less sexy than you'd think it would be.
Yeah, is that a video game? They should have a putting away the dishes video game.
There was that dishwasher game.
Was there really? Wow. Does that exist? Is that like Train Simulator?
It was more of an action side-scrolly game.
It was like Bayonetta, but with dishes?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay,
but with like dish towels and stuff. But let's actually move into the news. Trying out a little bit of a new format today, since I'm actually playing Xenoblade Chronicles in the background, and since it's on the Wii and it doesn't take up the entire screen, since it's only 480i as opposed to 720p, I'm going to try to use up some of the rest of that remaining real estate space to show pictures of things that we're talking about for a little bit, or at least during the portions when I'm talking about the news section of it. Sounds nifty, right?
It does. I was hoping you were going to say your face, because I could look at that face for hours.
I'm not going to show my face, because that would mean I would have to shave every once in a while and actually, you know, make myself look presentable. This way I can...
Fans probably love the rugged Randy. Oh, that sounds like the worst name ever.
Right now, I am rugged Randy.
I like to think that you have like a 3-foot-long beard at all times.
It's pretty long right now.
Bird's nest poking out, chirping wonderful songs as the morning sun rises above the horizon.
It's getting long right now. I look like I go outside and just for the day I just chop down trees.
You look like a young ZZ Top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, a young, really nerdy ZZ Top. That's what I look like right now. First bit of news today. I'm trying to think of how we actually want to tackle this. Trevor, are you a Resident Evil fan?
I am a pretty big Resident Evil fan, yes.
Would you ever wear a Resident Evil leather jacket?
I might wear something like that from time
to
time.
Would you wear a Resident Would you wear a Resident Evil leather jacket if it cost you $1,300?
Not over my dead body, sir.
No. But
no.
That is actually the news for today. One of the bit of news elements for today. Resident Evil 6 is coming out with a premium edition, complete with its own leather jacket. So you, Johnny Q gamer out there, can look just like Leon S. Kennedy.
You need to look like an emo leather jacket wearing sumo wrestler.
Yeah, with doing the freaking reverse suplexes and
all
smashing.
Over the place.
Why not?
Why not? I really don't understand the logic behind this.
$1,300. You know, honestly, looking at the picture of this leather jacket, I don't know if you have a picture up in front of you while you're doing this, but it looks like just a regular leather jacket that he just took a couple of strips of duct tape around the bicep.
No, it doesn't at all. It really better comfort me while I play. Every time a zombie kills me, I need a massager to pat my back gently and whisper, "It's okay. It's okay, Trevor." It's the game's fault. The camera. Fixed camera. Tank controls. I'm sorry. It's not your fault.
Tank controls.
I don't understand who would do this. Is anybody that big a fan of Resident Evil? Now,
obviously.
If it was the leather jacket that Wesker Jr. wears in the trailer, we could talk about.
Again with the Wesker Jr.
I gotta love Wesker Jr. I think it's important. The world has to know.
That's lazy. Jr. That is almost that Wesker Jr. is the incarnate form of lazy writing.
You didn't think starting every virus with a letter was lazy? This is the W
what are we
virus.
up to now? There was the T virus, the G virus. Now they're doing the C virus?
The C virus, yeah. Ouroboros was a segue out, but seriously, it's just they're like, oh, we need it. It's almost as bad as unobtainium from Avatar. Like, we really need to name this virus. How about let's call it the N virus.
Let's go with the B virus.
The K virus.
God. So, Resident Evil 6 Leather Jacket's on its way, and
Yes.
also for anybody out there that's trying to like hold their breath, thinking that Resident Evil 6 is going to be scary at all, stop it.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
It's not going to be scary. As much as we all really wanted to, Capcom actually came forward not too long ago, and they basically said, hey, we're not going to be doing the scariness stuff anymore. We're basically going to stick with the more action-heavy thing because they want to get more of the Call of Duty audience. And not specifically the guys that buy Call of Duty, but that type of gamer that buys the more popular, super action-heavy game.
And if you're listening to this right now and you're denying that fact, let me just two words to prove that it's not going to be a scary game. Wesker Jr.
Yeah.
Like,
and
how
rock
could you
punching.
make that scary? Yeah. How are you going to make that scary?
No, but you're absolutely right. Come on. Wesker Jr. Wesker Jr. They couldn't come up with anything else. Wesker Jr.
The last thing for this article, or for this news story, I just want to do a really, really bad joke. Do you know what you'd have if everybody bought this pre-order?
No.
A total global saturation of jackets.
Moving on to the next item in the news.
Right, get it? Because that's a line in the game.
Moving on.
Randy, the cake is a lie. Am I cool?
Not anymore.
Oh God, no.
According to Patricia Vance of the ESRB, in an interview recently with Gamasutra, she is actually saying that she would like to see more adults-only games in the market. Basically saying that there is a negative stigma towards them, saying that it's only because of nudity and sex that a game can get an adults-only rating. That you can actually get it from adult themes, that you can get it from, ultra-violence, etc., etc. But she is predicting that with the gain in popularity of digital distribution, that adults-only games are probably going to become more and more popular. And I kind of agree with that. I think we do need more adults-only games. In my recent review of The Witcher 2, which I guess I don't even want to call it recent because it was over 6 months ago, but I praised Witcher 2 because it was an adult game. It was an adult-focused game. In no way, shape, or form should children be playing this game, but it was an adult game not because it was just covered in violence and boobs and sex and drugs and stuff like that. Those elements existed, but the game didn't exist because of those elements. Mm. Does that make sense?
Agree. Yeah, Dude? No, it makes perfect sense, and I agree with you. In order for the genre to evolve as a whole, we have to move past adult themes being like boobs and like blood covering the entire screen and all this kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, and cursing that's out of place. That's always a big one.
We just oh my God, don't even get me started. I can't think of the game right now, but there's been a few times where really, guys, like you're gonna drop the F-bomb now?
Bulletstorm. Bulletstorm was one of them.
But I do feel like as a genre, we have become extremely stagnant in what we produce as video games go, and in order for the whole thing to move forward, we need to accept that adult themes can mean more. That storytelling can mean more. And we've seen some of this. This is an adults-only example, but with like Journey is an experience that we haven't seen within the realm of what we have right now. And I like if we could do stuff with adult themes like addiction and other things like that we could get more. We could get more. We could move ahead.
I agree.
And that's good. Yeah.
I actually kind of touched on this a little bit in one of my Get Off My Lawns, where the developers Tale of Tales basically said that, video game industry's version of an adult theme is just blowing shit up. Their words, blowing shit up. And that's kind of sad. Because if you go into, and I'm not saying the adult section of a video store, but basically movies and things that are focused towards adults, things that only adults should be watching, they don't always have these themes. They're not saturated with guns and explosions and sex. So we need to start. And this touches a little bit on the homosexuality topic that we touched on yesterday. Mm-hmm. Everything has a balance, and we seem to be. The video game industry seems to be off balance in what we seem to be focusing on.
Yes.
So Way to go. I was not expecting this kind of reaction to be coming out of the ESRB. Not at all.
No, yeah, that's completely unexpected.
But good for them. Backtracking a little bit, I actually meant to mention this one first things first. Shamoozal.com actually released their recent video called Contra with 2 players. And Shamoozal, if you aren't aware of it, is actually Phil Summers, who is one of the writers for ElderGeek.com. He was actually on the show a couple of days ago, and he finally wrapped it up. It was 100% done by him. It's less than a minute long. I invite you to check it out. There should be a link up on the screen right now, but it's Contra with 2 players. He animated it himself, he voiced it himself, and shot it himself, and it's very, very cool. Go check it out right now. It'll take 40 seconds. The link should not actually have you leave this page, and when you're there, tell them that Randy sent you from ElderGeek.com.
Yeah, it's really good. It was really good animation.
And it's funny, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very good animation, and I think... Oh, I can't remember who mentioned him recently, but it seems to be doing well. Get in well before it gets super popular, and then you can be like, hey, I knew that before it was cool.
Hipster bastards.
Yeah, exactly. James Cameron is going to be reinventing Robot Wars. Robogeddon. He's taking it to the Discovery Channel.
So, bring back BattleBots. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, Randy.
James Cameron. Are you shocked by the fact that it's James Cameron of all people?
No, I mean, you spend a lot of your time sitting at the bottom of the ocean in your personal submersible, and you realize we need more robots. We need more robots in life.
I wish I was battling my submersible right now with someone else without the violent death consequence.
Yeah, exactly. No, and I think we've seen a lot of a lot of us have grew up with like Robot Wars and BattleBots and stuff like that, and I'm most interested in seeing how far technology has gone in making killer robots. I'm looking forward to seeing the iPod robot that plays Bruno Mars as he slaughters other robots. The Zune robot that never works properly. You know, stuff like that. The Skynet robot that once it defeats its opponent, it then takes over the human race. I'm really excited to see these things.
See, you know what? At every convention I always go to, I always see the guy. There's always the guy there that has either the UAV remote control thing, you know, like the helicopters with the 4.
Yeah.
I want to see somebody use that somehow.
I want to see somebody rig the Steel Battalion controller to their BattleBot and really just go to town.
See, even if they didn't even have it battle anybody, even if they just had it rigged up to the Steel Battalion controller, I think that would be an epic win right there.
Randy, Connect robot.
I think that would be a technical knockout right there.
Robot completely controlled by gestures via Connect.
Wait, there was a movie about that. It was terrible.
It's called Gamer.
No.
No? Was that not it? Okay.
No, there was a movie about that, basically. The dude who played Wolverine was in it.
Oh, Real Steel?
Yeah, that's the one.
Are Academy Best Documentary Award-winning Real Steel?
So, BattleBots are coming back.
Yes.
James Cameron's doing it. In other television news, I don't think I'm gonna watch this, to be honest with you. I'll probably watch it.
I'll tell you about it. I'll call you and let you know.
I'll probably watch it for the first couple of episodes to see it, because if they do it too real worldy, if they do it too reality television-ish, I won't watch it.
No, I want classic, just glass cage, 2 robots in, 1 robot leaves.
Yeah, 2 dudes, a little bit of a background on how they built their machine, a little bit of backstory on the people that actually built it, and then just throw the machines at each other and just watch them.
Thunderdome.
Yeah, maybe play a little bit of Here I Am, Rock You Like a Hurricane, just before each fight.
At least once an episode. That should be the theme song.
It should be.
When somebody loses, you play Styx, Mr. Roboto.
Oh, see, I think that should be... I don't know if that should be saved for when they lose. I think that should be like a grand champion winner song.
But I just think the world needs more Styx.
More Styx and less Rush.
Yes, that's actually, that's a t-shirt I'm going to be selling on my website, GoStyx.com. That doesn't exist. Don't go there.
Don't go there. Who knows what will appear.
Yeah, I really don't know what that is, so...
We're treading into new territory here, by the way. we're doing television shows on Elder Speak, which we've never done before. But in other television news, by the way, if you do not want a spoiler from The Simpsons, Matt Groening has released the location of Springfield within the United States. So please, if you don't want to know it, look up in the description of this video to skip to the next news story. I'll give you a couple more seconds to do that. 1, 2. Okay. It's Oregon. Springfield, Oregon.
Ah!
I didn't want to know that. I really didn't.
No, it's like a slap in the face to a Simpsons fan to say those words.
It is.
It's just really depressing with how the show has become. It just continually hurts. And I don't know who likes it anymore. So there's that. And I don't know. Like I always say that when I was young, Simpsons was something that me and my dad really bonded over. It was a cartoon that we both enjoyed, and that was really special to me. That me and him could both laugh over a cartoon, and to see it just dragged through mud and nails, with bad writers and bad jokes and deconstructing the archetypes of all the characters, and now to like reveal one of the biggest mysteries. It hurts, and I've never wanted the show to end more than I do right now.
I wanted the show to end shortly after Phil Hartman died.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I really started to see the series die down. There were other people. A lot of my friends were like, Series 7 was the final year that I watched it. But I think that the Simpsons golden years were between seasons, I want to say 2.5 all the way up to 10. 3 to 10
I'll
are
go
gold.
with that. I'll agree with that.
But yeah, they should have died. Should have died.
No,
I watch it now, and it saddens me hearing the voice actors and actresses. Mrs. Krabappel sounds absolutely nothing like what she used to,
No.
and it's purely because of age.
Yeah, it's gone through too much. Like the family value is all gone, and now it's gotten really close to Family Guy in its like humor, and the punchlines don't exist in a lot of episodes. It's just bad now.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, I mean, if there's any Simpsons fans out there, let me know if you actually still watch the show, if you still find it funny, because, like I said, I just don't. I don't find the humor at all good. I think that the jokes just fail every time, and every time I watch the show, I got to admit, the new episodes, within, say, the past 5 years, if I watch an episode of it, I'll sit through an entire episode without even so much as cracking a smile, and then when it's over, I'm like, wow, that was it? I didn't hear a really good joke through that whole thing. But, oh well.
Yeah.
One final little bit of news before we go. Dark Souls. We all know that it's actually going to have a PC release, but it's actually going to have Games for Windows Live support. That's actually going to be a bit of mixed news for people. Some people really love Windows Live, Games for Windows Live. Other people really hate it.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan.
I'm not a fan either. I could do without it almost entirely.
The thing about Dark Souls on PC, though, is and they've said that they're really going to harbor against this, but I'm really more interested in the modding community for that game than I am for the game itself being on a platform like PC.
Yeah.
Traditional multiplayer is all I want.
It actually has it has a really good multiplayer element.
And I liked that. I've done it. I've seen how it works. Now I want the option to play with my friends.
Yeah, you mean actually like say, hey.
Actually be able to pick from a list of people I know and have them join my game.
That will, you know what, I'll bet you that will be one of the first mods that kind of comes out for it.
The framework's already there. So if somebody can get out there and do that, like, please do. And I understand that like having the mystery of the player is like a big part of the game, but I've played the game. Yeah. I really just want to play with my friends now.
August 24th, by the way, is the release date for that one, and it's going to, I don't know, that's just before, I mean, it's at the very, very end of the summer, but it's also just before the holiday rush. I wish they would kind of release it a little bit earlier than that, but hey, who am I to complain? We're getting it on PC.
Yeah, you're getting something you wanted, so, and I really hope people buy that, because that's one of the few instances of a developer listening to the populace.
Absolutely.
Rather than Capcomming it and just not doing anything.
Absolutely, or pulling an Epic and saying like, oh, we're not doing any more of our games because there's too many PC pirates and we couldn't port properly over to PC. Come on.
So, like, I really hope that we all support this particular game because it shows that the voice can be heard and then become profitable rather than, Mega Man Legends 3ing all over the place.
Pretty much. Yeah. Trevor, thanks for being on the show today, man.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Really appreciate it. Again, congratulations on your recent wedding. Tomorrow is going to be Game Club, where we're going to be talking about Offspring Fling. So be sure to check that out. That one's a little bit of a harder show to put together, so it might not actually appear tomorrow night. But tomorrow we are actually going to be recording it, so there might or might not be a Game Club up. But let me know what your thoughts are on Offspring Fling, and I'll try to get the comments actually on the show. In other news, just find a little bit of personal news. My video card, I think, is dying, dude. It's I started up my machine this morning and it was making this terrible rubbing sound. I took it out, I sprayed it out and cleaned it, and there was like no dust in it. The case I am using right now is just gangbusters for dust. Nothing gets in. But yeah, I think it's dead, so I ordered a new one, and hopefully a new one will arrive. So if Elder Speaks just stop without any warning, that's why. It's because my PC died, or the video card at least died.
Yeah, that's always a hard time when your PC's like, I'm done.
On the plus side, I'll be getting a new one.
Yay!
And I'm gonna answer the question ahead of time, because as soon as I say that I'm getting a new video card, people always ask, well, hey, what are you getting, and hey, what are you getting rid of? The card that just died was an ATI Radeon HD 5850, a card that I really, really enjoyed. And I actually wanted to stick with ATI/AMD cards, but the prices of the 7 and the 8 series did not come down enough for me to kind of stick with it. So the replacement card that I'm getting is actually an EVGA GTX 560 2GB version. So
rookie move, Randy.
I know.
Rookie, let me tell you a little something.
You just rebuilt one, right?
Yeah, this is a secret for everybody out there, and I think it's very important. I'm going to save everybody some time, some money to get the biggest bang out of their graphical buck. When it's time to get your graphics card, and you can do something else. Just take this blast processor. Yes, you heard me correctly. Blast processing is the future.
Look for video cards with blast processing.
Look for blast processing video cards. You will play Sonic like nobody's business.
God, I remember, seriously, back in the day in the schoolyard, we'd be like, well, the Genesis has blast processing, SNES doesn't.
Does that have blast processing? Sega does what Nintendo don't. Get out of here. I look like Vector Man.
Oh, the old console wars. The console wars of old. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate it. If you don't hear from me again tomorrow, I will talk to you all on Friday. If you have any questions, send any and all questions to info@eldergeek.com. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And be sure to hit us up on elder-geek.com. Trevor, am I missing anything?
I think you got everything.
Great. Talk to you all tomorrow or Friday.
Bye.